Everybody, Jay and Manion here at the NPC Photo Gym, and I am here once again with
Ashley Kaltwasser,
the three-time
Miss Bikini Olympia.
Three-time? Say it again.
Three-time Miss Bikini Olympia champion.
Yeah, you gotta say it 3 times. It's
Three times. Oh, I get it now. I was like, oh, did I not say it loud enough? Okay. Okay.
Say it one more time.
Three-time Miss Bikini Olympia champion.
Okay, now we said it 3 times.
There we go. Can we say it?
Sure, let's say it 4 times.
Three-time Miss Bikini Olympia champion.
Okay, so obviously she's here for her road to the Olympia again, but this is also her road to the Arnold. Again, this is a combination.
Yes, knocking out 2 of them.
Right. Okay, so just a weird year, isn't it, with the Arnold being...
It is weird. It's
2.
right next to each other. Usually
Yes.
the Arnold's like the first of the year usually.
Yes.
So, this is strange, but I like it. Give me the challenge. Give me the mix-up. I like it.
Yeah, that's a unique time in bodybuilding history.
Yes.
For everybody.
Yes, I agree.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And the Arnold's kind of like your hometown contest, isn't it?
Oh gosh, it's the show that started it all. In 2012, I won the entire show as an amateur, and that's like the show that started it all for me.
Yes.
And that was like, whoa, I'm kind of good. Wow. So that was a great experience, and then
Right.
you know that year I got my pro card. So
Right, and then you've won the Arnold,
I won it twice.
so we need a...
I would like to win it 3 times at least.
So basically, at the, whatever, it would be October 10th or whatever, you'd like to have 3 Arnolds for Olympians,
That would be a dream come true.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So what else would be a dream come true is if you win the Arnold this weekend, it will be victory number...
It would be victory number 30. Wow. How did I do that? You know? Woo. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
So, you could get 30 and 31 back to back,
That would be kind of cool. That would be really cool.
right?
Yes.
So listen, we always have fun in these interviews, but let's just talk about this because
Okay.
the rest of the internet talks about it, social
Okay.
media talks about it,
Okay.
okay? I read it, she knows it, we've talked about it. She's constantly getting knocked for doing all of these contests, right? Well, if you're a professional athlete, what are you supposed to do for your job?
Exactly. I'm pretty sure they're not knocking Usain Bolt for running too much or Michael Phelps or whatever. Although I'm not saying I'm on their level, but what I'm saying is in any other sport you would not get that criticism. So why are we getting it now? It's so crazy.
So ironic that she picked somebody in track and field because she was a D1 track and field athlete.
Yes, 400-meter hurdles.
Okay.
Lap hurdles. Yep.
All right? So you've been a competitive athlete basically your entire life.
Yes. True.
Okay. So those of you that are out there, and listen, I'm just going to dive right in here because, I mean, I can't tell you how many times I've heard people talk to me, coaches, competitors, okay? Coaches and competitors, that's all it is, really, okay? You know, that's not fair that Ashley's taken away somebody's Olympia spot. It's not fair, it's not fair, it's not fair. But what I want to say is, when Angelica did a contest, or Janet did another contest, or Issa just did Tampa, nobody complained.
Yeah.
Why was nobody complaining? Why weren't any of you complaining? None of you complained to me about, oh my goodness, Issa's taking away somebody's spot at the Tampa Pro this year. Because just like Ashley, Issa's qualified for life, as is Angelica, okay? And so you 3 were the most active, you know, on the pro circuit. But nobody's complaining about that, okay? She stood here previously, and one of the many times you've been here, which we talked about, her and Jen Runziti. We got to figure out who's been here more. But it's these 2 right here. That she wanted to be, she said it, the Dexter Jackson of bikini. No surprise, people, none whatsoever. Correct?
Correct. And I can assure you I'm just getting started.
Right.
Don't you worry. I'm just warming up right now. More to come.
As I say, Ashley is 32. She was like Janet, think, the Lorleys, the Ashleys, the Issas that was 21, 22, 23 qualifying for their pro card, okay? And she's hung around this long. Well, I shouldn't say hung around because you've done more than hang.
Yeah, you know, I tried to. Yeah.
So listen, as I always say, at least you're consistent,
Yes.
okay? You're consistent. Adam has never wavered in anything he said about you with competing and training and everything else. I tell everybody, I go, you 2 are consistent in everything. So I know people are complaining about everything that she does. But she'll tell you right here. I mean, let's just talk about the clash this year. What happened, right? Because you came here right after that, right?
Yes. I was off to a rough start this year and made a whole bunch of stupid mistakes on stage, but you know what? I learned from it, and
Right.
I needed it, because if it weren't for that mistake, I probably wouldn't have grown from it. And, you know, I think that gave me even more motivation to kind of keep going and be
Right.
like, oh, no, I'm going to, because listen, every show is practice as well, right?
Right.
So you can learn from every show you do, but it's also great practice on stage. And of course you can practice at home, in front of a mirror, in front of your coach, but it is not the same as the stage. It is not. So each time I step on stage, I learn from it, and I get better and better and better, and that's the goal, you know?
Right. And she came here, she did Pittsburgh, and guess what, people? I'm the one that goaded her into doing it, okay? Because she won.
Yes.
Because she hadn't won before. If you saw my video that I did back in like February, where I called everybody out, and I saved somebody for last.
I thought you forgot about me.
Right. That's exactly what she said, too. She goes, I listened to this, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, he forgot about me.
Why did you tag me? I forgot about me. You tagged me.
I even said I saved you for last.
Yes, you did. Yes,
Okay.
You did.
So, if you want to be mad at anybody for her doing Pittsburgh, be mad at me.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
You'd be mad.
That's it. But I'm just saying, I mean, I don't understand. Back in the day, men's bodybuilders, Mr. Olympia, used to go on and do other contests after the
Right.
Olympia, or even before the Olympia. Nobody would say anything then.
Yes.
It was cool. Everyone was like, oh, that's awesome, you know, that Dorian's doing this, or Flex Lewis did this, or Phil did this, or Jay did this, right? But, and like I said, when Angelica did the Battle of Texas last year, you know, nobody complained when she did that, okay? Like I said, I didn't hear anybody complaining about Issa going into the Tampa Pro this year.
Right.
Okay, Issa's done a lot of contests.
Yes, she has.
Right?
Yes, she has.
She might be right behind you for the amount she's done in the
yeah,
years. This is like the kind of, it was the pandemic that slowed her down a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, and another person who's actually here right now, because she's going to be filming after Ashley, is Francesca Stoico. Okay, she's got how many wins this season?
She got 3, I think.
3.
Yeah.
Okay, where's the uproar? Oh, she's not an Olympia champion, but technically, she took somebody's Olympia spot, right?
So since when was it like the goal was to get as many people qualified for Olympia? Because I'm pretty sure it's the most prestigious show of the year. We probably shouldn't think that way. It's the most prestigious for a reason.
Right.
For the best of the best. Not, hey, let's see how many people we can qualify. And there's always a lot of bikini girls. So,
Right.
you know, there's plenty of opportunity for everyone else.
I mean, the
I'm
list
sure
is
you know.
out, there's 39.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And it, you know, in comparison to other divisions.
Last year there was 44.
It's a lot. It's a lot. I'm only one person. Only one
Right.
person.
So when you factor that in, and Ashley competed last year too,
Yes.
and there were still 44 to qualify. I mean, there are a lot of opportunities.
Yes.
Okay, so we could take off, let's just say, take off the 5 that came from the points system. So that would have been technically last year, then 39 that apparently won. They won contests. So this year we'll say that's 34. I think it's my math, yeah. 39 minus 5.
Yeah.
Okay, still that's a lot of contests, people. All right? I mean, how do you handle this?
I love it. Keep it coming. It's my motivation. I'm not here to be everyone's friend. Sorry. I'm here to be a legend, and I'll be darned if I'm just gonna sit back just so somebody can qualify. So keep it coming. I'll probably compete more and more. In fact, that was one of my motivations as well to compete this much, is hearing that. I'm like, oh, tell me more. I'll compete more. Tell me more. I love it. I love it. But honestly, you know, don't use me as an excuse or a scapegoat. If you can't be, like he just said, 34 other girls, like if you can't be in that, then maybe it's not your year, or just keep working. I don't compete in every single show there is, and even if I did compete every weekend, there's some weekends that there's like 3 shows. So I'm very public about what shows I do.
Right.
So if you don't want to compete against me, then go to another show. But I mean, it doesn't bother me. It's my motivation. I know that not everyone's gonna like me for that, but the people that do vibe with me, they're very strong-willed. They've got great mentality, and they're good sports. Okay.
Right. Like Ashley has said, and I repeat this, she's never had an undefeated season.
Exactly. That's
Okay? As I'll rub a little salt in the wound, when she was winning her 2nd and 3rd Olympias, she still couldn't win the Pittsburgh Pro that
true.
year.
Yes.
Both
It
years.
took me to this year to win the Pittsburgh Pro.
Okay? She was in it.
Yeah.
Believe me, she was salty after the second time herself. That's what she told me.
was like,
I will
"Pittsburgh
never
hates
do
me."
Pittsburgh again. So I gave her a few years to sit on it.
Yes, yes.
All right, so let's talk about the other thing.
Okay.
Ashley picks all easy contests or small contests to go in.
Oh man, since when was Pittsburgh easy, and since when was New York Pro easy, or the Arnold or Olympia? When was that easy?
How do you determine what is a easy or small contest?
Exactly.
They're all difficult.
Yeah.
Anybody can win on any given day.
Yeah, I've lost in small competitions and won in big competitions.
But
It's
I
all
want
about who
to
shows
know
up.
what people's definition is of a small competition.
I don't know. I think maybe it's something to do with maybe they think the tier system has something to do with it, but also I think they look at,
Your bikini doesn't have the tier system.
oh, okay. That's
'Cause you're
good
on the
to
other
know.
side.
That's
You're on
good
the
to
other
know.
side if you go look at the rules.
Okay.
The tier system's on this side.
Yeah, I think they see other big competitors compete in whatever a certain show and then wonder why I'm not. And it's like, I mean, gosh, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't predict who's competing where and where. And to be honest, I'm not focused on them. I'm not going out to particularly go against anybody. I kind of do what is best for me and how I peak and prep. And it all makes sense in the end. But I don't really compete just to kind of please somebody else. Like, if it makes sense to me,
Right.
and if I want to do that show and it lines up correctly in my schedule, I'll do it. But if not, I'll wait to another one. So, I usually pick out my shows pretty early anyway, so.
And I said, I just told her this today. I said, after the Tahoe show, I had people DMing me, texting me, going, how did Ashley handle losing to Erin? I go, well, if you saw the pay-per-view or the pictures, she's the first one to turn to her. And I go, listen, if I'm her, yeah, I might be a little butthurt 2 years in a row at that show, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
I've got the ultimate pictures of, Casey Samsell being announced and Erin being announced, and she's next to them because she didn't win.
You win some, you lose some.
Okay.
But you learn from it, though. That's
Right.
the key. You got to learn from it.
Listen, we knew after prejudging it was between you and Erin. I think everybody that was involved with watching the Tahoe contest, who wasn't following the Texas Pro, they knew. And we did the video backstage. I had the best stage mom ever. Coach Adam hold my phone, steadiest phone holder ever to do video. Thanks, Adam. We're in an echoey hallway, people walking by us, but we talked about it right there.
Yes.
Right? So no matter what happened, it was history. Whether it was history on your side or it was history on Erin's side. Okay? But the fact was, this was also the first time that two Olympia champions from different divisions were going for first place. Right? So Tahoe, it would have been like you saying, all right, Erin, I'm going to step aside so that you can finally do the Bikini Olympia, even though you've been in the Figure Olympia. Right? No, she had to earn it just like everybody else. So that's the other thing people don't realize, is that you're only qualified for life in the division where you won the Olympia. So if you would decide to jump into wellness, because people say that about all the time because of your glutes.
Oh, people say fitness more than wellness.
Or fitness too.
Because I can do backflips.
Right. Well, we know that. You can do upside down handstands, you can do everything, okay?
Yep.
But you're not automatically qualified for that.
Exactly. Yep.
Right. That's why people couldn't understand why Erin was competing. Well, she's qualified for life. Yes, in figure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you like you said, you handled Tahoe well. It wasn't what you wanted. It was almost like Tahoe is your modern day Pittsburgh.
Yeah. It seems to be a trend now. That's like my stubborn show.
Wait, I'm just thinking about that now. I've been at all 4 of the shows.
Is it
It
you?
might be me.
But wait, you were at Pittsburgh this year. It went well.
We're 5-6 years removed from the other one.
Okay. Well, if you don't show up, maybe I'll next year.
So maybe I shouldn't show up at the Olympia. Listen, we've decided to just go real on this one, right?
Yes, we're getting as real as it gets.
And we've known each other for 10 years or more, more than 10 years.
Yeah.
Okay? So, listen, I'm going to let you address everybody on social media that has something to say about you.
Yes. So, at the end of the day, do what you love and don't care what anybody else has to say. Do not let anybody else's chatter affect you or get to you, because you know what? You only have one life to live. Make the most of it. Don't focus on anybody else but yourself. And you might not be everyone's cup of tea. Like, I'm sure not everyone likes me. They hate that I compete so much. That's okay. I don't need you to like me. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make the most of my life that's given to me. And I realize I'm in such a unique scenario, position, where I can do all this and I have fun. And I made a career out of doing what I love to do. And not many people can say that. And like I said, I'm not here to make friends, but I'm here to make the most of my life, because I don't ever want to look back on my career and be like, what if I would have done that? I could have been this person. I should have done it. You know, I don't want that thought lingering in my mind at any point. So I do all that I can. I do all the crazy stuff. I compete in 2 shows in a week. I compete as much as, you know, my body can handle. And I also want to make it known that I kind of want to prove to people that, like, especially in bikini, this is a maintainable lifestyle. Like, I'm out here doing this, okay? And you can too. You just have to have a strong mindset. It's all about your mind, okay? And gosh, I love what I do. What can I say? I don't go out and particularly look for somebody to compete against. And I'm not there to ruin their day or anything like that. I'm just focused on myself, because in this sport, that's all you can focus on is yourself, really, because you can't control who shows up, how they look, how it's judged. You just bring the best package possible, and never forget to enjoy every single moment on stage and leading up to the stage, because you're in a very unique scenario. A lot of people will never get to experience what you get to experience. You are lucky to be on stage. You are privileged. Take advantage of it, and don't let anybody tell you not to compete, because tell you what, when people tell me that, or I get that negativity, it makes me want to compete even more. And I know that's going to piss a lot of people off back behind that computer screen, but then there's going to be more people that resonate with me, because they're very strong-willed, strong-minded, and they get it. So if you get it, then we vibe together. But if you don't, you're one of those weak-minded people that complain. So I don't need any of those people in my life, and those kind of weak-minded people aren't dictating how I'm going to compete or what shows to compete in. Okay, so I just do me, and yeah, I'm making the most of this awesome scenario I'm in. I got a great support system, my body's holding up nicely, and I love what I do. I love competing. It is so fun, and even if money wasn't involved, I would still compete. I love it, and I get bored when I don't compete, so I make the most of it.
All right. The mic drop moment. So, unfortunately, in this day and age, I am going to make, I guess, a disclaimer that my opinions are my opinions, has nothing to do with the rest of my family, has nothing to do with the organizations, okay? Ashley's opinions are her opinions. I have not stood here, and you've not even heard me say whether I agree or disagree. We're presenting facts, right? Okay, so before all of you, go tear off on Instagram and rip me apart and rip her apart, which I'm sure you're all going to do, just saying what it is. I mean, I don't think anybody's ever asked you about this, right, in an interview, right?
Yeah, I mean, I actually get it every time I interview. They ask me about it. What about this?
But I mean, but what about this? I mean, like you've
no,
never
not that in depth.
You've
no.
never been able to have
Yes.
a platform.
Exactly, not as in depth as you're doing it now.
Right.
It's usually just like one question, but yeah.
Right. So, all right. Now, is there anybody you want to thank?
Absolutely. So first, I want to thank you for inviting me here, and the NPC, the IFB, for giving me this platform to compete. And I'm doing what I love. I am living the dream, literally having the most fun time of my life that I can look back on these memories and just cherish forever. And my coach, Adam Bonilla from Team Elite Physique, best Pedja mom ever, super supportive of me competing so much, and he's along for the ride. My sponsor, High Tech Pharma, who makes it all possible for me to travel to all these places and compete in many shows as I want. Hotel, flight, accommodation, everything that's associated with competing, they take care of. They love to see me compete, and that is amazing. My suit sponsor, Angels Competition Bikinis, Trifecta, Food Prep, and Liquid Sunrays, and all you viewers who support me. But most importantly, thank you to the haters who complain that I compete, because it makes me want to compete even more.
All right.
Thank you.
True mic drop moments there. Yeah. So listen, J.M. Manion.
Ashley Kaltwasser.
We're going to see you in Columbus, and then 2 weeks later in Orlando. This is NPCNewsOnline.com, and we're out.
I have somebody very special that I would like for you guys to meet. We actually talked about you in my interview. This is Francesca Stoico, and she's won 3 pro shows so far this year. She is a former ballet dancer. She is a fighter, and I love her for that. She's not giving in to the chatter. She keeps competing, and she keeps winning because she loves what she does. How do you compete so much and keep your physique?
For me, compete it's for me it's happy. For me it's no stress. No, for me it's very important in stage. Happy and joke. For me, yes. It's,
She has fun.
Yeah, fun. Yeah.
Me
Thank
too.
you. Yeah.
For me, I think one of the keys of like being able to do so many shows is not going too crazy in the off season, right?
Yeah.
To maintain somewhat similar to the stage look.
Yeah.
Do you find that you ever go off your diet too much?
No, my diet is the same in on stage or not. The same.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, hey, it's possible. You can keep competing. You just got to be healthy about it. Don't go crazy after shows. You know, keep healthy because this sport is all about health. So you just gotta watch. But you know, it's possible. You gotta have a strong mind.
Yeah.
Strong
Yeah.
mind.
Okay.
It's important. I don't know.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, that was